Oh, you know, I can join it. So let me join it for a second.
In high school, everybody. I think that's how Fuse is.
Alright, Gibraltar? Yeah, Gibraltar
Big
is...
Hawaiian boy.
I
Hello?
want Gibraltar. I want... Gibraltar is a soft, cuddly boy. And I like
He's
that.
a pillow, bro.
You know the title of...
Bro, his finisher literally just jumps on you and you die, bro.
I want him to jump on me and I die.
I don't care. He'd be good, okay.
If we're talking about Horizon now, where her child's dead, yeah, I'm going in.
Bro, she hasn't seen her family in a long time. Fuck that. She don't need that.
Yeah, I'll be your new
I'm
family,
gonna be
like,
a rebound.
Yeah.
Some guy created a group saying if trans women are women, I'm a riding lawnmower. Don't you mean you're riding a lawnmower?
But I don't think trans women are women.
You don't?
I have a question.
Does anyone else have that opinion?
Can I like get explained like why they're women? Like I just want to know.
Oh, wait,
did you kick the wrong person?
Oh, I kicked the wrong person.
Why are you kicking me? I'm asking you a question. Why are you kicking me? I just want to know. Explain to me. Explain.
I asked the question.
So,
what was the question?
Why are trans women women?
Trans women are women.
Because sex and gender are different.
Sex and gender are two different things. Gender can evolve over time because it's a sociological
talk
construct.
Scientifically, if you were to look at a trans woman's brain and look at a cis woman's brain, they're basically identical. So,
yeah, so trans women brain.
But
you know,
every cell in a trans person's body is still, if it's a trans woman, every cell.
Cells don't have gender, mate. Cells do not have gender. In the
They do.
You're talking about sex. You're talking about
gender and sex. How
the fact that you think biological thing that you're born with. Gender is a construct that humans came up with to sort of like help us define how we feel in terms of our presentation.
Well, it's not how you feel. It's what you're born with.
No, that's sex.
You're born with sex,
no, you're getting the words
confused. Does it say gender? Does it say gender on your birth certificate?
No, it says sex. And it'll say male or female.
But how?
Girl, boy.
How about we all look it up on Google right now? What those words mean?
What sex and gender mean? Oh, I can.
Yeah,
so nobody gets confused. All right. Let's all look up the word.
Sex. The definition of sex. If you look at it, it'll say either of the two main categories, male or female, into which humans and most other living things are divided based on the basis of their reproductive functions. So in other words, sex is based on, you know, your reproductive functions, whereas gender,
I'm looking that up.
Gender
right
is where, you know, especially either of the two sexes, especially when considered with reference to social and cultural differences rather than biological ones. The term is also used to broadly denote a range of identities that do not correspond with the established ideas of male and female.
Like,
for example,
that's the actual definition. Everything he said was true.
Yeah, he literally just read it. We're all reading it off of Google.
I literally just.
But what I just heard is Google agreeing with the thing, your community.
No, not
but that's
Google,
not.
This is the Oxford Language Dictionary. Because the thing is, you're discussing like your problem right now is that you're trying to argue the definition of a word in order to make your belief sound true. But the fact of the matter is, it's just the definition of a word that we're arguing about, and there's no way to argue about it because it's a fact. You can argue all you want about whether or not trans women are valid. You could argue about that, but you can't argue about the definition of a word. That's the problem.
I'm not okay, but
I don't think you should. I don't think you should argue the validity of a human being.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. But it's true that you can argue about that. But you can't argue about the definition of a word.
But you can't argue about
and this guy's trying to argue. He's trying to argue about whether or not trans women exist.
Hey, bro, just look
about
look
whether or not trans women are women. You know, and because woman isn't a sex, it's a gender. Then obviously,
yes, that's why it's called transgender, not
based on
transsex.
the English language and the way it's been developed and what these different words mean, it's obviously true. Sorry, I'm an English major. I'm a little bit going off right now.
And that's also why people like that's why there's a difference between people who are intersex and people who are gender fluid.
And that's why we have different words to refer to different things. Like, sorry, but you can't argue that gender doesn't encompass, like the gender of womanhood doesn't encompass trans women, because that's a gender identity. It's not a sex. That's different.
But gender identity was just made up in like in the 90s. No, I'm still here. But gender identity.
I for you about
Can I? Okay, I've listened to you guys speak. I've listened to. Can I have my point? Because I've listened to you guys speak. Okay. So you see the gender identity thing. That's a new thing. It happened in 19. It's a new construct.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
You can search up.
It's been around in different. It's been around in different civilizations under different names since eternity. I mean, there's two spheres in the indigenous community. There's different terms for it in African societies. In the Western world, in the Western developed world as we know it, the definition that you understand did come to fruition recently. It's true, but this has existed for centuries and centuries.
But because even if it has existed for centuries and centuries, doesn't mean it's okay. Slavery has existed for centuries and centuries, but is it okay?
You're in a different conversation.
But no, but why am I getting kicked? I'm literally putting up a valid argument. Listen. I've listened. Let me speak.
You're comparing gender identity to slavery.
No, but your argument was that if it's practiced there, then it should be okay. But stuff that are practiced doesn't mean it's okay.
It's not. That's not my argument at all.
Yeah. No.
You said that it's a new thing. I said no, it's not.
It's been a thing for like forever.
But it is a new thing in the Western world.
You're talking about whether or not it's okay.
It's just being new to you.
You should search it up.
Doesn't mean that it's new to everybody.
Search it up. It's a new thing.
God, we don't need to search it up because we're practically experts on it, having existed within the LGBT community and being denied the right to have these things as part of our identity. I'm sure we've all looked it up much more than you have. And honestly, this isn't a group for debating whether or not this is valid.
But the group name is...
You joined a group to shit talk
it's a statement.
And now it's appropriate for you to
debate topic.
No, but the group name was
quite... It's
quite...
not a group for you. Go in the other group if you want to talk about how it's not true.
Hold on. I do want to apologize if I did make the group title seem like it was a debate topic. No,
it really seemed like the group name was really... it's a really touchy subject. It's a really touchy subject that you put your group name as.
It shouldn't be.
It is.
So you join and you see two rainbow icons and you go, I'm gonna argue with them. Like,
no, I'm just trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand. I don't understand. Is it wrong?
Because if you wanted to understand, you would go educate yourself.
I have educated myself. I'm very educated. How am I harassing you? I've listened to you. You've been harassing me more than I've harassed you.
Hey, listen.
That's not true. We haven't made any
Yes, I've literally. But I've been listening to you guys, and every single time I speak, you guys have been speaking over me. A lot of the times, like I'm not shouting at you.
Because every time you try to...
How are you invalidating my argument? Because I don't get
privilege in this group.
I don't get to A to Z, and you guys are just talking over me, and apparently I'm the one that's being offensive. I don't understand.
You literally compared gender to slavery.
But you said that.
I don't know. I don't think thinking trans women are valid is the same thing as saying gender is compared to slavery. Like,
but but the argument was just because it's practiced in another environment doesn't mean it's okay. It's not okay.
That's not a moral issue. We're not talking about a moral issue that oppresses other people. See, the difference is transgenderism doesn't oppress anybody, whereas slavery clearly does. So, like, you're comparing them is just embarrassing.
But a lot of transgender people have like died because they're transgender. So. It's a massive issue.
Because straight people are oppressing them.
Either due to cis people bullying them or cis people killing them themselves.
If we're gonna talk about whether it's moral,
people like you.
Perhaps we could talk about.
So is that a personal attack? Was that just personal attack? Someone just said it was people like me. What have I done? I've done nothing. Okay, so I'm being attacked.
The same people like you who advocate for rights against.
So I'm being attacked for not understanding.
The same people like you who talk about suicide rates are the same people.
So I am being personally attacked. So I am being personally attacked.
It's just so fucking ironic that you're
comparing it to slavery because
I'm shocked.
That you can make between.
I want to show you something. I want to share my screen with you. Can I show you something?
How do you share? How do you do that?
So I don't understand how I'm the one being offensive when I've been called many things.
Listen, like the funny thing about you comparing slavery.
Yes, I have. Apparently, they said I'm the one that's killing transgender people, and I've just been sitting here just trying to have a conversation with people.
That's what you said. Not you yourself.
People like me. No, someone said me. Someone said me. He said you.
No, people.
They didn't say people like me. They said you.
Who have exhibited your actions are the same people that are the reason trans people are dying.
See, your actions. That's me. You say, why am I being kicked?
I kind of want to leave.
Because I have a different opinion. See how stupid this is. This is why I can't. This is why I can't like support you people, because like this is how you act.
This is our job to educate you.
There it is. I was
We're
waiting for
not
that.
here for you.
What was you waiting for? Explain to me.
We're here for each other.
I was just
Listen.
talking about this.
Listen,
Giant
no.
homophobes who are just like, this is why I can't support people like you.
Because I'm trying to understand you and you're shouting at me. That's why I can't support. Because I'm trying to understand, but you're shouting at me. Why am I being shouted at?
Alright, there.
See, oh my god.